Hi everybody, it's Andrea, aka Violet Kitty 411, and welcome back to my channel. We obviously are still in Veronaville. Today's client will be Sid Rosland, so no script, no Shakespeare today. Sid, of course, ships with the Sims 2 Pets expansion. The Pets expansion is the only one that does not ship with a neighborhood of its own, and to me, it seemed like he belonged in Veronaville on the strength of his dog's name. Sid and Porthos are the founders of the Dognachi technique, which introduced the world to canine physical training through mental discipline. Together, they prove that Sims and dogs can achieve amazing inspirational results. Now, this is kind of like a backdoor introduction to the Sims Pet Stories that ships as a standalone game, because there is a character that has a very similar storyline in Alice's story. So the Wheel of Fortune will be choosing which house I will be redesigning for Sid. We will be doing both the multiplier as well as choosing the house. So the houses are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We're going to skip these two very large ones, 13, 14. All right, let's see what the Winds of Fate have for him. Okay, so first we'll choose our multiplier. 20 times 2. Okay, he's got 40,000 simoleons. And next we'll choose our house. 14. Okay. All right, can't even get into 14 because he has 40,000 simoleons, and that's 60,000, so we'll spin for another house. And here we go for another spin. 7. Let's see what we got. Okay, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 32, 4, 12. Well, our budget is 40,000, so this is going to be pretty sparse, not going to lie. Yeah, Sid, we can do it, but it's not going to be comfortable. So in Veronaville, there's actually quite a few builds that are two very small houses side by side, and that's what this is. And so they are actually kind of nice for friends to live on the same lot together. So that's kind of what this was designed for, I think, or extended family living, I think. But yeah, we'll see what we can do with it. But before I do, I did a quick change to the Summer Dream house that I did, and that actually corrected the entrance stairs, so I'm going to clip that in. Hi everybody, it's yesterday's Andrea hijacking today's video, because after I uploaded, I messed a little bit more with the entrance stairs of the Summer Dream house. I was really dissatisfied with them, and I came up with a better solution, and that better solution will be included in the description of this video as well as the Summer Dream video. So here it is, let's do it. So this area over here is just extremely awkward, and I'm going to go ahead and redo this. I didn't like the have to go down in order to go up, and that seemed to be the only option at the time, so I'm gonna go ahead and change it. Apparently this elevation right over here will allow me a little more leeway, a little more comfort, so let's try that. Oh, look, it's red. Why is it all red? Why are you red? Why are you mad? There we go. There we go. That looks so much better. Okay, so then we will go over here and grab this. And look, that's actually exactly perfect. Okay, and that's what we're talking about. And we're going to go ahead and use our smooth terrain on the large. No, we don't like it that way. We don't like it that way. That's probably why it happened anyway, was I used the smooth terrain and it did some funky stuff. But we will kind of smooth this a little bit. Actually, you know what? Let's even out this a little bit more natural and then smooth the terrain after that. That sounds There we go. A little softer, a little softer, a little more natural. Still smooth it because we love smoothing the terrain. Let me tell you, when we first got this smooth terrain tool, we were really excited because we didn't have it from the get-go. All right, so yeah, that just made it a lot better. Interesting thing is when you delete these connecting stairs, you get no money back, even though you have to pay for them and when you put them back. So they are a real ripoff. Okay, so on with Sid's video. Okay, so we are back in Veronaville and hovering above 50 Poet Place, which sells for $32,412, leaving me with a budget of $7,588 for Sid. Okay, fine, let's go in. But now once we get in, the lot value is $34,140. So that's kind of a pretty big discrepancy of about 1,700 simoleons. And the reason being is the nature of instant depreciation. And I just have never figured out exactly why, but certain things depreciate 100% instantly. For instance, these connecting stairs. And I kind of glossed that over. So let's delete these. And look, it doesn't change the lot value at all. Put them back and still doesn't change the lot value. However, if you use regular stairs, 100% it does. Okay, so yeah, some things, as far as I can tell, this is the only thing in Sims 2 that instantly depreciates, and it's also probably the only thing that 100% depreciates. As I think I've mentioned before, gardening objects 100% depreciate in Sims 1, which was great. You could get a great garden and it didn't cost you a dime, so your Sims walked out to a really great home. Okay, and again, they put these windows inside out. Do they not know? I guess, I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, so I have a couple options here. And one is to try to furnish the entire lot for about 7,000 simoleons. Can I do it? Probably. Will it look good? No. The other is to deconstruct the bigger home, leaving me with this small home, and it starts at a bit under 17,000 simoleons. Okay, fine. Or to deconstruct the small home, leaving me with the big home, and it starts at about 23,000 simoleons. All right, I could work with that. But I came up with a different solution, and sadly, if you're a Mac player, this won't work for you. But I'm going to keep both lots. I'm going to furnish them and reconstruct them to my heart's desire, and I'm going to do it using Apartment Life. So the reason I say is, unfortunately, you Mac users, as you know, you cannot use Apartment Life because it was never released for Mac. But that's what we're going to do. So first I'm going to renovate to my heart's content, and then I will furnish. Okay, so let's take a look at these two houses. Obviously, there's the larger one, the smaller one. This is a 32 tile footprint. This one is about a almost twice 63 tile footprint. And so this one has a full kitchen, probably could get an eating space in there and a main living room. This one's just a bottom room with and both of them have a fireplace. And now when we move up, we've got here an impossibly large bathroom for what we've got. 11 tiles of this has been dedicated to bathroom, which is crazy and significant. Now, another reason I don't like using the connecting stairs is I have to have 4 open spaces instead of 3 open spaces. And when you're talking about space saving, that's a big deal. Okay, so this one has 1 bedroom, a very large bathroom, and the staircase. This one has a good sized bedroom, a small bedroom, an appropriate bathroom, and also the staircase. So yeah, let's go ahead and deconstruct these so I can actually redesign them. Okay, so now that I have my tabula rasa, the place is left at 21,630, and now I have to choose my floor plan. Of course, as you know, the first thing I do is choose which stairs and where I'm going to put them, because that basically determines the floor plan. So give me a minute. So in both cases, I really felt the best choice was the winding staircase. Yes, I do pay for it, but I don't mind because I like it. And putting it in this back corner was the best choice for both of them. I am not going to try to work with the basement or the roofs at all because the footprints are entirely too small. So we'll just get that out of the way. I mean, in theory, I could create something of a basement in this one if I really wanted, and maybe I will, but I haven't made that decision. But currently the orientation of this would make it possible to do the clipping where they come right out there. So maybe I'll consider that. Okay, so for the larger of the two units, I'm going to start with a Jack and Jill right here. Then I'm going to create this delineation. That will be one of the two bedrooms. And then another situation where we have the second of the two bedrooms right like this. So then we have the second of the two bedrooms. Each of them have their own closet. And yeah, it's so much better use of space. Now this one's going to be an easier floor plan because we're going to use our little micro bathroom up here, because this is going to be the artsy loft style that we're going to have. So that's all, plus probably a half wall or something, either a railing or a half wall right there. But that's the sum total of the floor plan for the second unit. Now for the downstairs, this was a completely open concept and it was delineated by a centrally located fireplace. I'm going to put the fireplace over, it was actually, this was, I'll put the fireplace right here, but I'm going to delineate it by putting a 3x1 powder room here, and also there will be an archway here just to delineate it a little better. So that's good. Downstairs, this downstairs, we're gonna just keep the same little water closet here, keeping the concept of the plumbing relatively close. See, one thing is in real construction, they try to keep the plumbing relatively close so it doesn't go so far. And so we'll do that here and have a little kitchenette. We will reconfigure where we're going to do things. And that's the floor plan. Now, of course, since these are rentals, I'm not going to spend a lot of time choosing the perfect textures for it. I'm going to use the Beachy Keen because I like it, and just various iterations of the Beachy Keen throughout. So after putting the fireplaces where I want them for the two units, I also installed the doors that I need. And next, speaking of doors, we have to do the very specific and important apartment door. That's this one that comes with the unique separator. And I'm just going to go ahead and put it, you need to put the doormat facing outward. The thing about this one is I can't really make a decision until I see it in front of me because they look so different. And I think the dark is probably the best way to go. Probably that one. And then doormat doesn't really make a difference. It doesn't make a difference which one you choose. We'll do the dark for you too, and that, this is for Sid, I think. There we go. All right. So that's always very important, is the door. You need that door. And you can only have one of those per unit. Next, I'm going to put in things that come with apartments: basic lighting, kitchen, bathrooms, and closets, because those come with apartments when you rent them. Okay, so this is what I have so far, and I've got the large bedroom with a closet, smaller bedroom with a closet, the Jack and Jill. And up here I've got the little, really little micro bathroom. And yes, the sink is outside. For the record, in very old European builds, that is not uncommon because they put plumbing where they could find it. All right, and I have neighbors doing construction, and I can't complain because I'm doing it too. So, all right, then we've got the water closet down here. Quick access, can wash your hands in the bathroom sink. Just a tiny little sitting area. Over here we've got the kitchen. There will be an eating space and a main living area. Now, because good fences do make good neighbors, I did want to give them each a private backyard, and so I did it. But the thing is you cannot have a private backyard when the lot is on a foundation unless you use a hack. So I'm going to show you how to do it. So back here, what I'm going to do is I am going to delete these stairs. I cannot see tree. Forest for the trees. Okay, and then I'm going to put down one tile of foundation on both of them. Now I'm going to go into the fencing tool, and I should have, I loaded it, an invisible fence. Looking for the one with this star. Yep, there, right there. And I'm going to surround, oh, not diagonal. It's hard to do because it's invisible. Surround that. Now take my hammer tool and delete the foundation and put the stairs back in. Not those, the modular stairs. And that has to be done with move objects on. And just like my Sims can walk through foundational walls, if I've created the pathway, they can walk through this invisible fence. So not a problem. Now I'm going to type into my cheat console, change lot zoning. And I always misspell it. I'm like zonging, that's awesome. Zoning, space, and then apartment base, all one word. And since I didn't get an error message, it's correct. Now from the neighborhood, we see that rent has been assigned to each unit, $33.47 for the smaller and $44.30 for the larger. These can change. They are going to be ballpark figures. That's not usually exact in my experience. Now, once we're in the apartment, we see that there are certain things I cannot do. I can't change walls or doors or foundations. I can't do any of that. So if I wanted to, I would open my cheat console and type in boolprop apartment base lot specific tools disabled false, and then I would be able to continue building to my heart's content. But if I wanted to do that while I was playing an active sim, you would have to use boolprop apartment sub lot specific tool disabled true / false. So anyway, I will put those in the description. I'm not going to need them now because I'm pretty satisfied with the building as I have it. So now it's just about furnishing it. The lot value is $52,845, so I'm going to jot that down. One thing you'll notice is that once you've got the apartments activated, closets don't even show up down here, so that's also not available. So after furnishing the one that will be Sid's place, I come up with $72,052, and that difference is what I will say he owes at the end of the day. So let me show you what we've got. So since this is a rental, and he's basically going to be able to purchase his furnishings from his landlord. His landlord provided him with stuff that was not the bottom of the line, but definitely not top of the line. We went for mostly stuff that we find in Bon Voyage. Some basic art here. That's the only piece of art in the unit. It's comfortable. The landlord was kind enough to put down rugs on the hard floor, because the first thing you want to feel when you wake up is not a cold floor on your feet. I'm telling you, you just don't. So that's what we've got for the upstairs. We do actually need a mirror in this one. Well, we do have a mirror downstairs. Plus, I do need to find ways to incorporate his skill building items. Okay, our new total is 74,172. I have all the skill building items that I need. Are they perfect? No, but it's what he's getting. Because we've got our bookcase, logic, art, charisma, and fitness. So there we go. And so once I furnish the second unit, it's at 84,631. So that one is about 10,500 that he would owe, but we can get into the other one more comfortably. So here we have a tiny sitting area with a bookcase. They can sit on the sofa, watch TV, and eat. Well, they can't actually do that, but I like to think they can. They can in Sims 4, and that's one of the few things that I like, is they can multitask, but typically when they multitask, it slows down. Same as if they're sitting down and eating at a table and having a dinner, it can take a long time to eat. But so upstairs, like I said, this is more of the artisty loft. And so we've got the easel right next to the sink so they can clean out their brushes. Not that they would, but there's that. And everything is accounted for all of the motives as well as skills. Okay, so let's put them in. So as you see, once it's furnished, the rent doesn't change because rent is not at all impacted by furnishings. So let's get Sid and Porthos into it. So do we want to move into this apartment? Yes, we do. Here we go. It's move-in day. And let's adjust our funds. I forgot to do that from the neighborhood. Real quick, I'll show you. It shows unfurnished, right like that. So you can look at them before you buy. You can actually check out the apartment, but with boolprop's testing sheets enabled true, which I do run full time as a debugging mode, you can shift click and rent the furnished apartment. So he's playing with, would you like to rent this apartment? Yes. So it takes out the 4430. Now, because I determined that the furnishings were 21,327, I'm going to pull this up, and now I have the family funds. Then I will do minus 21327, and there we go. That's what he's left with. And so he owns all the furnishings. When he moves out, he will be reimbursed for the cost of the furnishings. I did not put anything in for Porthos intentionally, because I figured that Sid would take care of that and a landlord would not. But yeah, Porthos is excited. What's Porthos doing? I love the fact that he is going to chew the furniture. We love that for him. So now, Sid, why don't you go fill the bowl? Porthos needs you to do that. All right, great. And give Porthos a treat, because we love to do that. Feed him a treat. And let's check out the house. All right, so I put a dog bed down here for Porthos, as well as a food dish and a bone to chew on. I also put out here a dog house for Porthos. Let's just make sure that Sid can indeed go out and enjoy his yard. And as far as I know, I might not be able to place anything in the yard. Let's see, let's grab a grill. Oh no, I can indeed put things in the yard, and Sid would pay for those. So outfitting his yard is on him, but now he has a private yard that he can enjoy. And already he has a new neighbor, so let's go ahead and knock on the door and say, hi, how are you? And oh, the sofa that was there is missing. Interesting. Very interesting. Let's check the upstairs. Everything upstairs looks okay. I guess the sofa got lost in translation. Oh well. After visiting his new neighbor, Sid decided to make himself a delicious breakfast of shrimp gumbo, which he burnt. But you will eat that burnt shrimp gumbo, and you will enjoy it with your terrible table manners. And I love it when they look directly at me like, what are you doing? Okay, and that, taking advantage of his tiny little powder room. Wonderful. And now he's going to do some painting. And he is an art sim. I love that for him. Well, it looks like Sid is feeling at home. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Remember, I do try to respond to all comments. I will see you soon in the pixelated world, and that's all I have to say. VK out.